What's going on, guys? My name's Pineapple King, and we are going to start our NFL predictions again, baby. Let's go! Obviously. I like the Cardinals. We're going to start with them. What are we going to do? What's their record? This is going to be the thumbnail video, obviously, but let's get right into it. And before I predict their exact record here, let's just quickly recap. They got the big, obviously, is Josh Sweat. Big offseason signing. You got a couple other minor ones, and you got Walter Nolan and Will Johnson in the draft. Your first two picks were very good, all defensive heavy. You got Josh Sweat. You're obviously focused on defense, which is good. It was subpar last year, and that's why you went 8-9. Let's see what they do this year. Starting off at the New Orleans Saints, you're in the Superdome. Man, but the Saints are going to suck this year. I'm just going to say that early. You're going to get a dub there. The Saints are just not, especially if it's Tyler Show's first game with that upgraded defense, and the offense is going to be nuts. And then you got the Panthers. First time you play them, the Panthers have definitely upgraded this year too, but you're in State Farm Stadium, and I think that is also going to be a W. Niners, week 3, you're off to a good start, 2-0, which they were off to a great start last year too. It's in Cali. I just don't think you can win 2 road games in a row. Not counting, obviously, the home game. Start 2-1, not bad, but then you come back home facing the Seahawks for the first time, and you cook. I think it'll be a close game. I think Sam Darnold still has got to work out some kinks with that new offense. Maybe that's why, but also the home game, division rival. This is going to be a tough division. Titans, look, you have Cam Ward, but I don't think he's going to be ready by week 5, especially in State Farm. I think you got a dub there. We're looking good. The Colts, man. The Colts, Anthony Richardson isn't even the starting quarterback right now. And, it's just not looking very good for them. So I got to give the Cardinals a W here. I know they've won all their games at home, but you do face the Packers. And I know Jordan Love has just kind of been mid. He had a regression year, sure, but I think he's going to be good again. Look, man, you can say everything you want about their wide receiver core. If you have 5 wide receiver 2s, that's better than 1 wide receiver 1 and then the rest wide receiver 4s. They just got to start holding on to the ball more. They were leading the league in drops. You head into the bye week really happy at 5-2, but unfortunately you'll take a small turn. You're coming out of the bye week going to Dallas. Now, it's not that far, but I think Dallas is going to be a lot better than people think. And I think that everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's the Cowboys. Yeah, they're going to suck. I actually do think, I know George Pickens is, one of the big ads, obviously, but you get all your players signed. I think it's going to be a good year for the Cowgirls. You face Seattle again. You're going to split the series with them. I feel like it just makes sense. This division is just so competitive, man. These guys, Seattle's got a young defense too, so Kyler is, I love Kyler. I might overvalue Kyler a little bit because I'm from Oklahoma. I'm an OU guy. Obviously, Kyler won the Heisman at OU, first overall. He's just such a great guy. I love the dude. I should have put on my Cardinals jersey for this. This is a shame on me. You face the Niners again, this time at home. They are historically known for getting injured halfway through the season. I had them literally winning last year, and they were one of the worst teams in the league because of injury. So you split the series with them too. I think it's only fair, division rivals. Jags at State Farm is tough, but you're gonna win there. I think the Jags. They upgraded the roster, sure, but they had the 2nd overall pick for a reason. Tampa Bay, that's my team. That's my team, man. I'm going to be at that game. I'm going to that game, and, I couldn't give them the win. Not in Tampa. I know it's not even as hot as Arizona, whatever. Raymond James, I've been to Raymond James a couple times. It is just so electric in that field. And Baker and Kyler, that's going to be a fun matchup. That's going to be a really fun game to go to. I'm so excited to go to that game. You do lose, though. And then you face the Rams for the first time. Late into the season, you're in December, so you're at State Farm, you're going to get a win, It's just going to be late in the season. You're looking really good right now. You're sitting, you're literally sitting at 8 wins right now. And you're like, oh my lord. Or 7 wins, sorry. I don't know how to count. No, you are sitting at 8 wins. I'm stupid. Anyway, you're literally 8-5 right now, and you're probably close to atop the division. It's such a huge race for the playoffs. And then you have to go to Houston, and Houston's also going to be in that race a little bit with their division, but it doesn't matter. You're going to Texas, doesn't matter. That's Kyler's hometown area. That is a W for the Cardinals, and I don't think the Texans defense can handle it. You guys lost Laramie Tunsil. Like, the Texans might have a regress here. They might. We'll get to them. Man, this closing last 3 weeks is tough. You're 8-5. Or you're 9-5. You might be atop the division. I have to double check. Man, it looks so good. It looks so good, man. And at home you have the Falcons, but the Falcons are heating up. They're trying to compete with my Bucks, and they take you down at home. I hate to say it. I feel the same thing with the Bengals. That is probably the hardest. Not anymore. But it's a three-way race. Now the Steelers have made some crazy offensive moves today, or was it yesterday? And you go to Cincinnati too. It's just another loss. You're spiraling, and then you have to go to SoFi to play a division rival. It's just you spiral so bad, and it's just, I have the Cardinals at 9-8. They went 8-9 last season, and they got some defensive help, but I think their schedule just was probably a little bit harder. And I don't know how well the defense is going to perform. It just all depends on the defense. And Will Johnson, the reason he didn't get drafted until the second round is because of his injury. So he could not be healthy the entire season. Something could happen to him. But we're going to pop over here to this. And this is where I've got everything here. My ranking last season, I had the Cardinals at 11. I had them pretty low. They actually finished 10th. I was very close with my ranking from their season last year. But this year, I feel like it's just going to be so competitive. The NFL is going to be so competitive this year. I have them finishing 10th in the NFC. They're out of the playoffs, which it hurts me because when Kyler got drafted by the Cardinals, it just like I've had a soft spot for the Cardinals because of that, and I like Marvin Harrison. I like the James Conner McBride. I like all those guys. It just is. It hurts me a little bit, but I have them going 9-8, sitting 10th in the NFC, and we're going alphabetical. So you'll be seeing the next teams.